grew up in a small town called Nea Artaki on the island of Evia in Greece. And before coming to UT Dallas, I lived in San Diego, California, where I did my PhD at UC San Diego, and then at New Haven, Connecticut, where I started my career as a faculty at Yale. I come from a family of teachers, and as a child I was always very curious about how things work. In fact, my parents always say that I used to take everything apart and never put it back together. So I knew early on that inquisition and some kind of discourse would have to be part of my career, and therefore academia seemed like the logical choice. As for UT Dallas and coming to Dallas in general, the DFW Metroplex is a booming economy, so when UT Dallas and UT Southwestern offered jobs to my wife and I, we decided to give it a try. The majority of my research today focuses on hardware security and trust. The objective is to prove that the electronics that we use in our everyday life does not have any vulnerabilities which can be exploited by adversaries to steal information or sabotage the application where these electronic circuits are deployed. Before focusing on security and trust, I worked on reliability and testing of integrated circuits. The cause of the problems for reliability and security are different, but the actual solutions that are employed in detecting manufacturing defects or adversarially included vulnerabilities are very, very similar. Here at UT Dallas, I direct the Trusted and Reliable Architectures Laboratory, or TRELLA for short. TRELLA in Greek means craziness, which I suppose tries to convey the fact that we encourage crazy ideas, as these are usually the most interesting ones. As for my research students, who are really the ones doing all the work and coming up with all the ideas, I typically advise them to do two projects in parallel. One that is completely open-ended and after a lot of frustration will eventually lead them to their PhD thesis. And one which is much more practical and skill development oriented, which will give them the everyday instant gratification that will keep them going. As electronics penetrate every aspect of our life, the continuous demand for computational power and at the same time safety, security and reliability at an affordable cost poses a large number of challenges, as does also the globalization of the semiconductor manufacturing industry. At the same time, both from a technology and from a methodology point of view, there is a lot of new ideas and a lot of interest in developing these ideas into products. Therefore, I think we are currently at this inflection point where academics like myself have a great opportunity to influence the future of this industry. The practical application of our research is in the proliferation of electronic circuits that you can trust and that you can rely on. You wouldn't want the electronic circuits controlling the brakes of your car to fail, or the electronic circuits transmitting your credit card information to leak it to an adversary, now would you? Well, I would tell my younger self to focus more on identifying problems that matter and commit to going at great lengths in order to try to solve them. I would worry far less about the quantitative metrics that the academic ecosystem employs in order to assess success. I would focus far more on the science itself. My research group is known for pioneering the use of machine learning in semiconductor manufacturing and test. We championed this approach more than 2 decades ago, at a time when artificial intelligence and machine learning were a thing of the past, not a thing of the future. So I am particularly proud of the foresight we had and the role we played in developing and deploying machine learning solutions for semiconductor manufacturing industry. Well, with 2 teenage daughters at home and 14 PhD students in the lab, there's not much time left for hobbies. Nevertheless, whenever we get a chance, my wife and I love to travel. We love the outdoors, the mountains, we enjoy skiing, the ocean, we enjoy swimming, and we really enjoy taking our girls around the world and exposing them to it. And at some point, I should probably pick up my guitar again and play some Greek music for you.